Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. Today we're checking out Mark's latest listing. This time we're looking at a 2013 Key West 219 FS. The time of shooting this video, she was for sale in Jacksonville, Florida for $49,500. And this is one of the nicest Key Wests I've ever been on. I love that dark painted hull, gives it more of a yacht finish. And she's currently sitting on a boat lift, but she does come with a double axle trailer. Unfortunately, the boat lift in this berth is not available with the sale. And this one's been spec'd out, which should make a great family cruiser as well as being a fishing boat. You got two seats at the helm, and these have got bolster effects, so you can either sit down or stand up, whichever's easiest. And then you can see we've got cushions right across the transom. You'd probably get 4 adults sitting here in comfort. And this one's powered by a Yamaha 200 horse 4-stroke outboard. In the right conditions, you should expect a top end speed around about 50 miles per hour, and ideally she's going to cruise around the 30 mile an hour mark. And this particular example's only got 168 hours on the clock. And as I pan round, you'll see that we have got rod holders on the back of the helm seat, but there's additional rod holders also on the top of the T-top. And this is where the owner has also been storing all the life jackets. And then you've got rod holders on the gunnels. You also have pop-up cleats, which I always prefer on fishing boats, and that way you don't need to worry about getting caught in your line. Underneath we've got the deck wash system. And then again we'll pan across the seats that we've got here on the transom. And on the starboard side we do have a storage box here. This is self-draining, so you could use it as a cooler, or you could use it as a fish box. And it's easy to rinse out and keep clean. And then on the port side we've got a boarding ladder, which this isn't only good for fishing and diving, but it's also good whenever you're doing launch and retrieval and putting the boat on a trailer. And then if I remove all the cushions that we have here, you'll see that on the port and starboard side we've got a storage box. But in the middle we've actually got a live well. And I liked how smooth and flat the surface was. This would be a great casting platform. And you can also see the drain in the cockpit. The entire boat is also self-draining as well. And as we make our way around towards the helm, you can see all the safety apparatus that the owner's got stored up overhead. And the advantage of that is that it's easily accessible, but it also keeps all the storage compartments free and clear for anything else. And I like the way that the helm was laid out. There's plenty of instrumentation on board, but I also like the fact that there's much space on the dash if you ever wanted to upgrade the electronics at a later date. And overhead we have got an additional storage compartment, and this one does actually have the locking capabilities. And then at the helm we've got the Infinity Bluetooth connection, and that way it connects to your phone and allows you to play music out the entire boat. And we also have a VHF radio. You get the engine instrumentation including speed and tachometer. You got a Hummingbird GPS fish finder. And as well as the obvious trim and tilt controls you've got on the throttle, you actually have trim tabs on this one as well to help keep the boat stable and level at all times. And as we're going to make our way around the boat, I want to point out that you get rod holders both the port and starboard side underneath the gunnels, but I also want to point out the padding that you have here. I think it's great if you are fishing, and that way you don't need to worry about banging your hips into the fiberglass hull. Inside the console itself, you can have a porta potty installed here. But this one actually doubles up as being a great storage location for all the seats and cushions that's on board. And I also wanted to point out that you get great access to all the electrics and electronics if you ever needed to carry out any repairs or upgrades to the navigation equipment, etc. Then as we make our way to the bow, notice all the solid handholds that's in place, both around the helm itself and also on the outside deck. This one's been spec'd out to have all the comfortable seating on the bow, again for your family and friends to relax on board. There's front facing seating in front of the console. This actually has storage underneath it as well. This storage compartment would be a great place to keep your bow lines. That way they're easily accessible, but at the same time they're not going to be in the way when they're not needed. And this boat's got kind of a split personality because you've got all this seating on the bow, which makes the boat look more like a family day cruiser than your typical fishing boat that you think of when you think of Key West. And underneath these seats there's storage compartments, and just now the owner's using these for storing things like the fenders on board. Again, it's just so it's easily accessible. We do have drink holders here, we've got plenty of handholds, and there's also speakers up here for the music system. And if you make your way up to the bow, you'll see this one's actually got an anchor in the anchor locker as well. And there's enough space on the bow that you can actually mount a trolling motor on here if you ever wanted to upgrade to that as well. And then as with the stern, if I remove all the cushions and show you the bow area again, there is plenty of room up here as a casting platform. So whether you're looking to use this for fishing or cruising or a combination of both, this is still the perfect answer for you. As we make our way down the starboard side, you can again see all the padded cushions that's in place, the solid handholds, there's a number of pop-up cleats, and you get the rod holder storage underneath as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on this one. If you could leave a comment down below, I'd appreciate it. If you haven't already, if you can go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, it really does make a difference. I'd like to thank Mark for the opportunity to come on board, check this one out, share the video with you, and as always I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.